Disclaimer. You should know that when I discuss Enneagram childhood experiences, I am always taking into account both nature and nurture. We are all born with a specific temperament, psychologically speaking. That is undeniable. But the way our primary caregivers raise us has a great deal of influence on how that temperament gets expressed as adults. Okay, there's my disclaimer. In their earliest years, sixes embody the sort of quiet confidence of type 9 peacemakers. However, something usually happens to make the six believe that they're not capable of living up to the standards of their protective figure. That's typically the patriarchal figure or the father, but an overbearing mother can also step into this role. In fact, many sixes report that their dad was a little bit of a playmate or was frequently absent, and so their mother stepped into a strict, constant force of correction within the home. Either way, sixes felt deeply connected to the authority figure in the home, which made them start to mistrust their own ability to make acceptable decisions. And instead, they create a habit of looking to authority figures to provide that sense of security and direction for them. But even as little children, sixes could not escape their desire for independence. And so they wound up in a push-pull relationship with authority figures that makes a lot of sixes look like little rebels. If sixes had like a really scary or abusive authoritative figure that would punish them for being disobedient, then they usually skipped the whole rebellious thing, and instead they sought out a replacement for their protective figure in school with teachers, or in sports with coaches, or even another family member entirely, like a loving grandpa. They basically just wanted someone to show them how to be an adult, how to be independent, so they could overcome their need of adults entirely. All they end up learning, though, is how to rely on or react to broader institutions and either listen to them or rebel against them. I use the word react very intentionally because sixes need something to push against in order to feel grounded, because they still carry this childhood experience with them forever, and they project their relationship with the protective figure onto all these other organizations or even their workplace, so they constantly wind up complaining or feeling mistreated because subconsciously that feeling of dissatisfaction with the authority figure is more familiar than feeling seen, supported, and empowered. Sixes and ones should probably start a support group about just this topic because they have so much in common here. If by the grace of God, though, sixes have some awesome protective authority figure in their life, they usually just grow up looking to marry a person that just models that same protective figure's presence in their life so that they can bounce all of their life choices off their partner. And so the journey to find their own inner guidance continues. All right. Now that we've covered some of the major traits and experiences for the type 6, let's talk about the ways they can look different from each other based on their wings.